Yet another weird problem. This has some trig in it, so let's see what we do here. Now, first of all, let's see, okay, can I simplify? Looking at this is kind of weird to simplify. I don't see it. Okay, next, what could I do here? Oh, I see some Pythagorean identities here. And a Pythagorean identity, here's what they are. It's 1 equals sine squared x plus cosine squared x. So I could move this over and replace cosine x with 1 minus sine squared x, or I could replace 1 with this whole thing. There's lots of options. I'm going to do the latter. You'll see what I mean. The limit as x approaches 5 pi over 4 is going to equal, I'm replacing 1 with sine squared x plus cosine squared x, and that would be minus 2 cosine squared x. That's the new top over sine x minus cosine x. All right, all that. Now let's see. Well, won't this and this combine? So we now have the limit as x approaches 5 pi over 4. And won't that leave us still a sine squared x on top? And won't that leave us there's no 1 here? 1 minus 2 is negative cosine squared x over sine x minus cosine x. Now I might look at that and go, what do I do now? Oh, I'll cancel these. No, you cannot do that. You might like to. So what do I do now? Well, what you should know here is this is a difference of squares. If you remember the formula, a squared minus 9 is going to be a plus 3, a minus 3. Remember that idea? So it's the same idea here. This is sine x squared. This is cosine x squared. And you're going to do difference of squares. So watch what happens. This becomes the limit as x approaches 5 pi over 4. The top is going to be sine x minus cosine x, and a sine x plus cosine x. That is a difference of squares. See? Difference of squares, 1 plus, 1 minus. And on the bottom, we have sine x minus cosine x. And do you notice something here? Yay! Something disappears. So, well, bam. I now have the limit as x approaches 5 pi over 4, and all I have left is sine x plus cosine x. All my fractions are gone, so very likely I should be able to plug this in right now and get a value. So let's try it. What I get now is the sine of 5 pi over 4 plus cosine 5 pi over 4. Okay, so what are those two values? Well, let's think about it for a second. We've got the unit circle here. 5 pi over 4, where is that? Isn't that right here? All right, so isn't that going to be negative square root 2 over 2, negative square root 2 over 2? So, all right, with that done, well, won't they both be negative square root 2 over 2's? So won't that be negative square root 2 over 2 plus negative square root 2 over 2? What does that give us? Looks like it gives us negative 2 square root 2 over 2, which is equal to negative square root of 2. So my answer is going to be negative square root of 2 is my answer.